Hey, Super Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is why everyone loves Uncle Marvin. When it comes down to it, I'm going to tell you why. Uncle Marvin, since the very beginning of Raising Kanan, was looked at as an underdog. Basically, when it comes down to it, he was always looked at as the number 3. He's Jukebox father. He's the funny one in the family, but Uncle Marvin will put that work in. Right when we got to Raising Kanan, Uncle Lulu was number 2. He was the one who everyone looked after in terms of like he was the dangerous one. He was the one who would hit people, everything of that nature. But the thing is that it seems as though all that we heard about Lulu, from Rock all the way to Unique, all the way to even the crews being afraid of Lulu, we've never had a chance to see Lulu become that person. It was like when we came to Raising Kanan, he was having that life crisis where he wanted to change things and do things more. So he immediately tapped into the Ghost mode in terms of Ghost wanting to change his life. The only thing that's different between Lulu and Ghost is that Ghost still kept his edge about him, whereas Lulu was really trying to abandon the gangster life all the way around. And with him wanting to do that, Marvin stepped in and became the number 2 very quickly. Marvin went in and put in work as much as possible, even when it was Unique and them trying to take Lulu out, like burn his house down. It was Marvin who broke into the house to save Lulu. It was Marvin who went to retaliate, daggone near taking out Unique in order to get back at him about what he was doing to Lulu and Rock. It was Marvin who lost 2 BMWs in season 1, and it was him who also stepped up in season 2 as well, especially with his relationship with Jukebox, where everything was falling apart because he didn't like the fact that his daughter liked girls. But then he ended up accepting his daughter for who she was, and even trying to make peace with his daughter's mother. So he stepped up a lot in season 1 and 2. So where Lulu seems like he was getting to a place where he was trying to be like, I don't want to be a gangster no more, I want to do this, that, and the third, Marvin was stepping up and being number 2. A backstory about Marvin is that Marvin actually used to be the leader of the crew before Rock ever was. He was the one who was running everything. Apparently, I believe they said their uncle or their father was a gangster, and he passed the reins on to Marvin because Marvin is the oldest out of all of them. And he was the one who led the crew. But when Marvin fell, and I think ended up either in prison or he ended up falling due to his habits, it was Rock who had to step up and take over and become the leader. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, even though Rock talks a whole lot of shit to Marvin and tells him about how he used to be the leader and how he fell, and even though Lulu reminds him that, hey, you know, you lost your position or whatever, they still love him, and at the end of the day, they know they can count on him because Marvin is the most reliable. Marvin is most definitely the Tommy of Raising Kanan, where if Rock is the Ghost of Raising Kanan, Marvin is the Tommy of Raising Kanan. And those roles over time, I think, may end up switching because eventually the series will focus more on this other leads, which is Kanan the Jukebox. But when it comes down to it, basically, Marvin, this is the reason why a lot of people love Marvin. They love the step-up game. They love his humor. They love the fact that he's willing to put in this gangster. They love the fact that he has his family back no matter what, no matter how much shit they talk about him, no matter what they say. He's always the one you can count on, and he's the one who comes through. He does jobs very unique, very differently, and like I say, he is the Tommy of Raising Kanan, and we absolutely just love him. If there was ever a character, though I love all the Raising Kanan characters and I don't want none of them to die, if there was a character I could pick out of all of them, it would be hard to pick who I would want to survive and go on to be in the future, because we know some of these characters survived. So when it comes down to it, I'd love to see Tariq interact with Marvin in the future if Marvin survived. But that's pretty much all I got to say in regards to that. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and